Let's get insights from Attorney Michael Yusinko, Senior Research Fellow at the Ateneo Policy Center. Good morning, Attorney.
Hi, Attorney. Thanks for having us again.
Good morning, Angelo, and good morning, Angela, and good morning to all the listeners and viewers of your program.
Okay, Attorney, itong mga impeachment complaint, nagkakaroon ng lumilitaw na name, the Office of the Secretary General, di ba? So, ano ba ang interpretation mo dito, Attorney? Is it just okay to leave yung complaint sa office or
Kailangan talaga, literally,
si
nandun
SecGen
siya.
ang nandun?
Hindi ko magets yung nangyari, no? Kasi, I mean, normal procedure is ministerial duty ng office is just to receive
Yes.
pleadings, motions. Walang discretion na I'm not authorized to receive. No? I mean, the act of receiving something like a complaint is ministerial. So I don't get yung sinasabi ng executive director na I don't have authority to receive it. I don't get that. No, parang where is that coming from? Anyway, nagsalita na naman yung si Congressman Flores, yung deputy chairman ng Committee on Justice, and he said na if you just leave it there and then it's considered filed. So I mean that should be the ruling now.
Medyo kasi nagkakagulo dahil nga doon sa nag-aantay pa rin tayo doon sa sagot ng ruling ng Supreme Court doon sa impeachment complaint naman against the Vice President. Pero Attorney, ano po ba sa tingin po ba ninyo magkakaroon ng development, uusad ba itong tatlong, let's say na-file tong tatlong impeachment complaints against the President given the political landscape that we are in right now?
Magandang tanong yan, ano? So, magandang sitwasyon kasi yung unang impeachment complaint na in my view is ampaw, na-endorse na siya sa Office of the Speaker,
Yeah.
right? Nandun na siya sa Office of the Speaker, who by the way, also said before na ampaw yung impeachment complaint na yon, no? Now, if the Speaker endorses that complaint to the Committee on Justice, then that effectively triggers the 1-year ban.
Yeah.
So itong second and third impeachment complaint, effectively wala na sila. They have to be filed again after 1 year. So dito ngayon actually yung problema. This is really the problem of those who are pushing for the impeachment, no? Because the moment na ma-endorse o i-endorse ng Speaker yung ampaw na impeachment complaint to the Committee on Justice for their disposition, then na-trigger na yung 1-year ban. So we have to wait for another year kung gusto pa ulit nila mag-file ng impeachment complaint.
Okay, so do you think also, Attorney, that filing impeachment cases against the President at this point is actually they are testing the waters in the political landscape, especially among the congressmen, kung sino ba talaga yung magsusupport nito, sino pa ba, marami pa bang kaalyado ang presidente at this point in time, para makita na nila kung ano yung mga next move nila in terms of 2028 elections.
Well, if that was the motivation, malabo yun, no? Kasi why did they do that exercise? Madali naman malaman Madali naman malaman ano na yung political calculations ng mga lawmakers natin and also yung mga local officials natin, no? Ang mangyayari niyan, if they file the impeachment complaint, I do not know what kind of information they can gather from that. So I'm not sure what the question is asking me, no? But kung yun ang information na gusto nilang malaman, right, for political calculation purposes, I don't think that information will be derived from yung pag-file ng impeachment complaint because you're not even sure kung aabot ito sa Committee on Justice or even doon sa plenaryo. So, I don't see the connection para sa akin.
And Attorney, kanina we spoke to Senator J.V. Ejercito about yung, well, of course, the complaints against PBBM and the impending MR ng Supreme Court and possible second impeachment complaint against VP Sara. Ang sinasabi niya kasi, ang dami ng mga agam-agam from investors seeing that both leaders of the land are inside a sphere of possible impeachment and magkakaroon na possible vacuum is in the air. Ano yung thoughts niyo dito? Does it really affect our nation and the confidence that we're supposed to exude to investors?
Yes, that's a valid point. No? Very fair. And it should be considered by everyone, no? Including those who want to push for impeachment. Kasi ang pinipicture ng impeachment complaints against both our top leaders, no, President and Vice President, is a picture of instability.
Yeah.
Which is not the situation, right? Kasi right now, ang problema natin are very specific.
Yes.
No? It's not, we are not unstable because of yung mga uncertainties na left and right. Our problems are very specific and have been identified by experts. No? So, ang kailangan natin are problem solvers. Unfortunately, yung mga mambabatas natin, or at least some of them, would rather have engage in this politicking, no? Na magpa-file ako ng impeachment complaint so that I get attention, and then parang I can promote myself as this self-righteous individual. But at the end of the process, wala namang mangyayaring kabutihan para sa bayan. So I share the views, at least that particular view,
Right.
of Senator Ejercito.
Okay. All right, Attorney, pagdating po sa rules, I believe this is a precedent, kumbaga precedent kung sakasakali na parehas na maipasa nga sa House of Representatives ang impeachment complaint against the two highest position in the land. And what will be the game plan there? Parehas na may yung impeachment, 'di ba? Paano yung magiging hindi ko pa kasi
Dynamics.
hindi ko kasi alam yung rules Paano ba 'yon, attorney?
So, pareho tayo, no? We cannot imagine kasi it has never happened before. But it is certainly possible, no? Kasi hindi naman siya prohibited by the Constitution. Siguro ang mako-contribute ko lang sa atin na naghahanap ng parang picture, ang mangyayari niyan, our lawmakers will set aside legislative work. And
Yeah, oo.
most likely just focus on the impeachment. So siguro on certain days they will tackle yung impeachment ni Pangulong Marcos, and then on certain days they will tackle the impeachment of Vice President Duterte. And then when that goes to the Senate, ganun din, no? Certain days sa trial
They become
ni-
the prosecutorial body, 'di ba?
Di ba? So, basically, makikita natin yung Kongreso natin will probably 100% be preoccupied with the impeachment of both public officials. So, yung trabaho nila bilang mga mambabatas,
Will be part.
masasantabi na yon. So, yung mga batas na gusto natin na mangyari, like yung anti-dynasty law,
Right.
yung mga political party list reform law na
Back burner.
sabi na nga ni Pangulo Marcos na i-prioritize, well, that will be set aside.
Yeah. Quickly lang, before we go, Attorney, you mentioned kasi kanina na wala naman problema ang Pilipinas in terms of how sound we are. Yeah, we have a sound and stable democracy. But the question is, our public officials are not sound. They're immature. Do you agree with that? No, kasi our structure is sound, but it looks like no matter how strong it is, if you have immature players inside it, useless.
Yes, 100%. I agree with you 100%. Let me just clarify. No? What I'm trying to say is, yung mga problems natin are already identified. We know
Yeah.
them. Right? We know them. Education crisis, agriculture crisis, health crisis. Alam na natin eh.
Yes.
And now we need solutions.
All
no?
right.
So we need to look for solutions. Unfortunately for us, tayo mga mamamayan, the solutions must come from Congress.
Ayun na.
Because ang kailangan ay legislative action. No? So laws. Ang problema rin natin ngayon, nakikita natin yung mga mambabatas natin, they're not up for that challenge.
Right.
To look for solutions. So that's why we are where we are now. No?
All right.
It's not that we are unstable as a democracy.
Agree.
It's more like yung mga lawmakers natin are preoccupied with other things rather than finding the solutions to our problems.
Alright, once again, as always, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras and of course insights. Attorney Michael Yusinko, Senior Research Fellow at the Ateneo Policy Center. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.